One of my favorite things about tabletop wargaming is building terrain. Creating tiny worlds for models to fight over, it just unleashes the kid in me. So when I jumped into the X-Wing miniatures game, I was a little disappointed. I love Star Wars, I love TIE fighters and Y-Wings, all of it. This game is for me. But the way that you play is on a flat 3-foot by 3-foot mat with some cardboard asteroid and debris tokens. I thought, how can I combine this awesome game that is X-Wing with my love for building Warhammer and Middle-earth terrain? The answer ended up being plexiglass. I devised a plan to make a reasonably portable and lightweight box with a plexiglass top and terrain inside that the ships can fly over. This would still play like a flat surface, but look so much better because the ships are actually flying above table height. I started by measuring my 1x2s into a 3-foot square frame that matched up to the plexiglass, although we're not going to attach the glass until the very end. Then I attached 1/4-inch maple plywood to the bottom, and I recommend countersinking these screws to avoid scratching the tables that you play on. Next, we're going to cut some asteroids. Although it's been confirmed that some potatoes were used in Empire Strikes Back, I don't recommend using them for quick and easy terrain. Even with the nice hot wire cutter, it took me about 2.5 hours to shape and texture all 30-something asteroids. But they are looking good. Painting the asteroids took another 2.5 hours, so about 5 hours making these asteroids. Did a black base coat, a little bit of brown on top, actually a lot of bit of brown. Then a lighter brown overbrush, this was pretty sloppy on purpose. And then a light tan dry brush, just to really bring out those edges. Next, I painted the whole table black, except for the bottom. I didn't want the possibility of the paint on the bottom scuffing my kitchen table or someone else's kitchen table, so I left that natural. For the stars on this table, I just used a standard white. I got a paintbrush full of the white paint, and then I used different methods of splattering to give it that random star field effect. And then I took a bigger brush, really it was a smaller brush, right? And I used that to dab on some bigger stars that were bigger than the paint splatters I did. And then finally, I wanted to have some twinkling stars, so I hand painted those, just the ones with like the 4 points on them, and that had a really good look to it. With the paint all dry, it was time to glue the asteroids in place. Most of these asteroids were made with a 1-inch thick foam, with the exception of a few 1.5-inch asteroids that added a little bit of depth. These largest asteroids, they have a little base that I've made for them. It makes them look like they're floating, and that base is painted black to match the star field and kind of disappear into the background. These bases that I made were measured so that the asteroid on top will be exactly level with the top of the board. So when we put the plexiglass on, the asteroids are actually going to add some stability to the center of the gaming surface. And here's the big reveal, peeling off that protective film on the glass. Oh yes, oh yeah. So satisfied with that, and oh, it looks so good. I lined the glass up to the frame and proceeded to put the black screws in. And you definitely want countersink on this one so the screws don't mess with any ship movement. But the board is done. I can't wait to play games on this. It's going to make an already great game even more immersive and fun. One of the last touches for the board is making some 3D obstacles for the surface. I took the size of the official cardboard asteroids and I just cut some 3D ones that are the same shape. So these can actually sit on top of the official ones just for looks. And then if a ship were to collide or move on top of an asteroid, because that's how it works in the game, you could just pull the foam part off and the cardboard token will still be there right in the same spot. So you can still play traditional X-Wing, you just remove the 3D part when you need to. So, what do you think? Would you like to play on a board like this one day? I'm considering making a few of these and posting them for sale. Check the description of this video for information on purchasing one of these. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this video. I love Star Wars. I love the Middle-earth strategy battle game, Warhammer 40K. I love miniatures and hobbying. So please subscribe to the channel if you're interested in following me in any of those things. Thanks again for watching.